question on a different subject, and that is
Okay.
Ukraine.
Okay.
In Brussels, more than a month ago, the president says we'll have a chance to see what Mr. Putin does over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. We've discussed this in the past. And if he remains on the current course, then we've already indicated the kinds of actions we're prepared to take, meaning more broad sectoral, hard-hitting sanctions. That time frame is gone. Mr. Putin has not changed course. What is the president going to do?
Well, the one thing that he has done is he's had a number of conversations with our allies in Western Europe. You saw from a readout that we issued yesterday that the president telephoned President Hollande of France to discuss this issue. At the end of last week, the president had a conversation with the Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, to discuss possible next steps. As we have said all along, that the economic costs that can be imposed on Russia for their failure to respect the territorial sovereignty of Ukraine is most effective when we can work in close collaboration with our partners. Then when we can implement a sanctions regime that has the buy-in of not just the United States but also of nations in Europe, that sanctions regime is more effective. It's also in the best interests of American businesses, right, that they're not put at a disadvantage as it relates to their competitors in Western Europe. So the president has been working very closely with our allies to ensure that we are working in close coordination to further isolate Russia if necessary. So what we are doing is we are watching very closely whether or not President Putin is heeding the urgings of the international community to stop the transfer of heavy weaponry and materiel from the Russian side of the border to separatists on the Ukrainian side of the border. We've been urging President Putin to play a constructive role in encouraging those separatists to lay down their arms. And we will be continuing to evaluate his performance when it comes to those metrics. And we will always leave on the table the option of the United States acting alone or preferably in concert with our allies to impose additional economic costs that would further isolate Russia and make it more likely that President Putin might adopt and abide by generally accepted international standards. Okay?